Alright, hey guys, and welcome to another episode of TF2 Talks with me, Wiwa. It was a while since I did the first episode, but you know, my life isn't that interesting. There wasn't anything for me to talk about. I didn't really feel like talking about anything, so I'm just going to do it now for episode 2. In the background, you'll see, well, the start of it. I'm camping a little because I'm waiting for the gates to open. But yeah, it's gonna be some TF2 gameplay, obviously. I switch around classes a little bit during the game. It was pretty fun. The player, I didn't find myself getting frustrated because the players I was playing against were actually, they were surprisingly good. I guess because MVM's out today and, well, yesterday technically, but they flipping brought it out at like 2 in the morning for us. But yeah, I don't know, they're really good players, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. Today is a special day for a lot of people in, well, where I live in the UK and everything, because it is the day when the A-level results come out. And it's just, this morning I got up and I was like, oh, the A-level. Because I was really nervous, you know? You can't not be nervous about these things. This is your whole future. This is a whole life rests on this. Well, that's not really true. When it comes down to it, A-levels are, well, you can always do them again. You can always do something else. It's never really the end of the world, is it? But, you know, you get nervous anyway. Everyone does. Regardless of how well they know or think they've done, everyone gets nervous. Everyone gets that little doubt pulsing in the back of your head, you know? But I got an email. I didn't actually get my results until like 10 o'clock, I think it was, maybe. My results actually came. So I didn't actually know what I had, but I got an email pretty early on saying that I got into Edinburgh where I wanted to go. So I'll be able to go there, and that's awesome, and I was really excited. I didn't know what I got. In the end, I managed to get, no, it wasn't too bad. I would have liked some A stars, but I got 3 A's and a C. And I was surprised I didn't get, I was expecting like a D, E, U in economics, but, you know, I got my C in economics, and I'm actually really happy with that, considering my past attempts at economics exams being consistent D's. I managed to pull myself up and I got something I'm really happy with. And in my maths, physics, and further maths, I got my 3 A's there, so that's what I needed to get in. And well, I was just sort of thinking, most people seem to have actually got where they wanted to go, and they got their first choice and they did really well, but there's some people who seem really down about the results, and they didn't get their first choice, but they either managed to get their second choice or they didn't manage to get either. And you know, it's not the end of the world. You've got your whole life ahead of you here. It doesn't matter whether you got your first choice, second choice, third, or didn't get your choices at all. There's always techs, there's colleges, you can go and find a job. There's plenty of people who found jobs who haven't even gone to university and they're really happy and they've managed to get just as far as someone who did. And you know, there's always the option to go back for another year and do your A-levels again. It's been done by a lot of people many times before, and it was said by a lot of people that, you know, you can just go back, do your A-levels again, because university years are supposed to be the best years of your life. I mean, you're still technically a kid. You're not really an adult, are you? If you're 18, you know, you're allowed to do a lot more things than you were before, but you're not really an adult yet, are you? Most people are probably still pretty dependent on everyone else. They're still sort of, they're not really ready for facing the big world yet. I mean, obviously, there's gonna be some people who are. They're getting out there and they're just they're just the maturest of the mature. But for the most of us, we're still kids. We're not really that mature yet. We don't really have the kind of mindset to get out there and sort of build ourselves. We're always relying on somebody else in some way, especially in this age. Everyone's replying, it's important for everyone to sort of rely on everyone else and sort of help each other out. It's part of culture today. Is helping each other, which a lot of people seem to forget about. But and myself included, we do forget about helping each other out. But that's not really my point here. It's just my point is, regardless of what you got, you shouldn't be down on yourself. You shouldn't really be sad about your results at all. Or it's because, as I said, it's not the end of the world. You've only lived as the smallest portion of your life, and there's so much ahead of you, and there's so many options. Even if you didn't get what you wanted, there's always some backup. It's never gonna be like the end of your life. The A levels, these things, these letters that seem to mean so much, like letters and numbers. There's other things out there, and everyone discovers them in their own way. You don't need to go through the same emotions as everyone else, because not everyone's the same. And there's this sort of negativity all the time, where people are saying, if you don't pass these, this is the end of it. These are for getting. These are so important. They're for getting the job that you want and the life that you want. But when it comes down to it, whose choice is it that the life that you want to lead? If you want to lead your life your own way, why should you follow what other people say you should do? Why should it be the A levels that decide who you are or what you do? Because you know what, you can make your way in life with a lot of other methods. You don't need to go through university. You don't need to go through colleges. A lot of people build their way up from scratch anyway. Of course, you don't need to build yourself up by yourself, but a lot of the time that will help you develop yourself and come up with a more mature and more advanced version of you, a better version of you, which will undoubtedly succeed if you have enough drive and you have enough motivation and you feel confident in your own self. You don't need the help of further education in all cases. I mean, teachers say it all the time. If you don't get everything you need, it's not the end of the world. They've been saying it since God knows when, since before your GCSEs. If it doesn't go all the way you plan, there's always second choices. Nearly broke something. There's always second choices. There's always second choices. Is what I said 3 or 4 times, but they're not necessarily second best. There's so many options for you out there, and the world is massive these days. Just don't fret. You've got a lot of people out there who will look out for you, especially in these days, this age. So what I'm trying to say is, don't worry about it, be happy. Those are the words of a very wise man. So I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.